Sliabh, go for it. Fault Rove, Colligan, you're all very welcome back here to the Fraher Field for the next round of the Radley Engineering Western Intermediate Football Championship. Today is a very important game for both clubs. It's a winner-take-all. Emmets were beaten last week by Ballinameela, and Ballinameela then went on to beat Sliabh gCua during the week. So whoever wins this game, they should qualify for the semi-finals. Call out the Sliabh gCua team first. In goal, David Whelan. Full back line of Dara Tobin, Jack Power and Dylan McCarthy. Half back line, Killian Tobin, Owen Kearns and Jack Skean. Midfield, Mike Kearns and Kevin Sheehan. Half forward line, Cian Geary, JJ Coffey and David Condon. And the full forward line, Dennis Coffey, Brendan McCourtney and Jason Sheehan. And that's just one change from the team that played Ballinameela. You have Dara Tobin in at number 20 in for Ron Gleeson. And in the Emmets team, in goal is John Havens. Full back line of Sean Brown, John Nick Fennell and Adam Dunford. Mark Flynn is at half back, wearing number 24. Dan Booth, centre back, and Gavin Whelan. Midfield, Ross Brown and Jason Dunford. Charlie Whelan, the half forward line, along with Colin Dunford and Reece Stringer. And a full forward line of Johnny Wall, John Flynn and Richie Kiley. There's a doubt about where Colin Dunford was playing this game, as he came off injured against Ballinaccorty last week. But he's lining out there as centre forward, whereas Mikey Horgan is away, not available this weekend. So referee Paddy Smith now having a chat with the two captains, Ross Brown and Kevin Sheehan. We have a very strong breeze blowing over towards the Comeragh Mountains, kind of diagonal one. So Paddy has his hand up there and he's laying down the law early on. It's a local derby, of course, between Sliabh gCua and Emmets. Kevin Sheehan, captain of Sliabh gCua, had a fantastic game last during the week against Ballinameela. Great battle with young Liam O'Brien. I'll say Kevin just edging it. But they will be depending on a good performance from Kevin if they are to go through to the semi-finals. Sliabh gCua still out in the field there doing a bit warm-ups, while underneath us here we have the Emmets having a last-minute chat. Alan Welch encouraging his players. In fairness to them, they're down a few players again through injury, so they will be giving it their all. I see John Dunford, their former Colligan great John Dunford, is a selector this year, along with Ped Rowan and Patsy Coffey. Of course, PJ Coffey is a big loss as well. Through injury, the same injury he had last year. It's just gone beyond 2 o'clock now with the referees still not called in the teams. Emmets were very unlucky last week not to get a draw against Ballinaccorty, a last minute point. Gave them no points. So Cian Geary played well. They were number 10 today, Cian Geary from Sliabh gCua. He played well the last day, coming through well. Brendan McCourtney was full forward against Ballinameela and did very well, scoring a few points. So it's only towards the end of the game against Ballinameela that Sliabh gCua fell behind. The score was 4 points each at half time. Jason Sheehan and Kevin Sheehan got the next 2 points of the second half, so they led by 2. But Ballinameela had a much stronger bench, and when they brought on their bench, Henry Griffin was the man who got the winning goal, 1-9 to 9 points. So we have Reece Stringer there's on number 12, Gavin Whelan wearing number 25. Colin Dunford is in the centre forward there. The referee is very impatient with the Sliabh gCua men. He's blowing the whistle and they're down below on the far end. They're still doing their warm-ups. In another county, the referee was throwing the ball. There's no rush on the Sliabh gCua lads. Our linesman on this side is Tomas O'Corrine. There goes the whistle again. On the far side, it looks like we have Killian O'Sullivan of FN. So this game will be followed by a match out in Colligan venue between Ballinaccorty and Dungarvan, another local derby, with the winners of that game going through to the semis as well. So one way or another, by 5 o'clock this evening, the semi-finalists will be known for this year's Radley Engineering Western Intermediate Football Championship. So Ross Brown and Jason Dunford line up there at midfield. And coming out of Mike Kearns and Kevin Sheehan. Of course, all these guys play together with St. Pat's Nave Breed and underage and under 20. So they know one another very well. But today they're playing for their respective parishes. We have no one on the far side of the field today. We have no cranes or lorries or anything for supporters. And very few here in the stand. Paddy throws in the ball. A high one it is. Knocked down by Mike Kearns. Back to Kevin Sheehan. Kevin hits one in towards the corner, towards McCourty. McCourty back to Jason again. Well blocked there by John Nick Fennell. Very good. Up to Dan Booth. Dan to Sean Brown. Sean out to Mark Flynn. Whatever wind is in it now, Sliabh gCua have it. Even though it is diagonal. But on the ball is Gavin Whelan. We're number 25. For Emmett. Out to Colin Dunford. Colin kicks the ball in. Even at this stage, Colin looks maybe he's carrying a bit of an injury. Because usually at a time like this, he'd head off in a run, but not today. Owen Kearns passes over the ball to Dennis Coffey. Back to Kearns. Kearns trying to get through, yes. Taken down. The referee says, yes, a free in. Taken down there by John Nick Fennell, so that's the first free of the game to Emmett's. Sorry, to Sliabh gCua. And Jason Sheehan is the free taker for Sliabh gCua. We are number 15. And Paddy Smith, I know, is giving a yellow to John Nick at this early stage of the game. He is, yeah. Only 1 minute played. And John Nick Fennell has gone into the referee's book for a yellow. Very early, he'll have to watch himself for the rest of the game. Jason Sheehan should have no bother here. Straight over the blue spot. 1 minute gone. Sliabh gCua winning. 1 point to no score. The younger of the Sheehans there getting the score. So coming out the ball with John Havens for the kick out. He's going short to Gavin Whelan. Another one of these short kicks that don't really work out as planned, but Dan Booth makes up for it. Out to Jason Dunford. Jason looking for a player to pass to. Holding onto the ball at the centre of the field. Asking for John Flynn to come out. Great servant is John Flynn of the Colligan club, leaves the ball past them. Colligan trying to make their way in. Surely it's a free for a foul. Definitely a free there on Charlie Whelan, so Emmett with a chance straight away to restore parity. And no better man than Johnny Walt is on his favourite left side. I would say there is a strong swirling wind here at the Fraher field. And Johnny with the kick just outside the 20-metre line. Kicks it over. Referee is happy with that. He has his notebook out. Oh, Emmett's 1, Sliabh gCua 1. Last Tuesday night in the match between Ballinameel and Sliabh gCua, the first 6 or 7 scores were all from play. The first 2 today are from place balls. Another feature of the game last week was David Whelan's kick-outs. He kicked them long, every one of them, because he knew outside he had Mike Kearns and Kevin Sheehan well capable of fielding the ball. And another high one towards Sheehan. But Jack Sheehan is the man who collects it. Hits with his right leg. Down below to his number 5, Killian Tobin. Killian looking for someone to pass the ball to. Good possession there by Sliabh gCua. Comes to number 13, Dennis Coffey. Dennis puts it over the bar there from a pass by David Condon. So Dennis Coffey, between 35 and 40 years of age, we are told. Well, that's 2 points to 1, and we're 3 minutes into the game. John Havens with the kick out again. He must be under orders to do short ones because he's planning another one. Goes a little bit longer, but it comes to Mike Kearns. Mike makes the mark. Over to McCourty. It was number 11, JJ Coffey. JJ looked like he picked it up off the ground. And the referee concurs. So a free up for Colligan. Want to re-string, or Reese wasn't available the last day due to suspension, but he's back. And to Ross Brown. Ross is a high one in. Looking for Charlie Whelan. Charlie breaks it down, but there is Mike Kearns. Take it away. And Darragh Tobin as well. Darragh's first outing this year. Dennis Coffey making his run outside JJ, making his run down the far side. Looking for his brother Dennis, but no. Well stopped there by the Emmett Safe back line. Back to Gavin Whelan. Gavin over to Mark Flynn. Mark Flynn to Stringer. Back to Whelan again. O'Brien midfield. Number 25. Colin Dunford. Is Colin going to go for a run? Yes, he got through his men very easily there. That looked good there by Colin. Into Richie Kiley. Richie's throwing shot. Now, if I ever saw a penalty, that's a penalty. If I ever saw that is a penalty for Emmett. There's no doubt about it. A man was taken down, but no, it's not given. And the ball comes out a bit and it's a free for Sliabh gCua. Well, Richie will be wondering why he didn't get a penalty for that, because there was no Oscar involved in that. Ball down to the corner of the field. We're going to try to keep it in, just out of play there. Ross Brown has the ball now, but the game's done. Throw ball, we were told, because the player was on the field. It's one of the rules that players seem to transverse the whole time. Kevin Sheehan has the ball. And foul. If that's a foul, the foul on Richie Kiley was a foul as well. So free in for Sliabh gCua. Coming out to take this one is Jason Sheehan, their third free of the game.
Bring it back, Michael.
Still the ball wasn't brought back to where the linesman wanted it. The referee left it on, left the flow. McCourty with a kick. This one looks to be going a little bit. Yes. A little bit to the left of the post down there and wide. Says the umpire, young Collender. So one wide for Sliabh gCua, kick out by John Havens. We have a sub coming on straight away. We have number 21 coming on for JJ Coffey. And that's Sean Fitzpatrick. Sean Fitzpatrick for JJ. And Dennis has it in possession at the moment. Kicks the ball in front of him, goes for his kick. Second point for Dennis Coffey from play. Dennis will be happy with his start to the game. 3 points to 1. 7 minutes played. That's Dennis Coffey now operating there at centre forward instead of JJ, who had to go off. High ball out by John Havens. Mike Kearns gains possession. Over to David Condon. David to Kevin Sheehan. Kevin back to Dennis Coffey. Back to Sheehan. Sheehan with a shot. Wide of the post there. Kevin will be disappointed with that. That was a good chance to extend the Sliabh gCua lead to 4 points to 1. He'll be disappointed with that one because he's well capable of scoring from that distance. So with the wind favouring Sliabh gCua, they have most of the play at the moment. Long kick out this time, won by Sheehan again. He'll take his shot from there. It looks like it. A second one wide. In quick succession there by Kevin Sheehan. Later on in the game, they might rue these misses. As Havens going taking the kick again. The referee going into him. Because John Havens has a problem in the fact that if he kicks them short, sometimes they go wrong. And if he kicks them long, you have Kevin Sheehan outside and Mike Kearns well able to field them. Here's another one. For example, up goes Kearns, but no, it's broken down there by Colligan. Gavin Whelan, Gavin to Ross Brown. Ross Brown making a run for it. He's inside the 65. He's inside the 45. Goes to Colin Dunford. Colin back into Ross. Ross trying to make room for himself now to get the kick in. Ball breaks down. Owen Kearns comes away with it. Diagonal ball by Owen. And number 4 there for Colligan. Adam Dunford did very well to stop the ball going into the Sliabh gCua forward line. Now back to Colin Dunford. Colin is taking the shot from far out. Tries with his left leg. Umpire Stevie Donovan says no, wide ball for Emmets. So definitely all isn't well with Colin, but he's lying now, so he's injured. He's lying now for the sake of the club. He had a fantastic game in the junior county final against Tramore, scoring 6 points from play. He seems to have injured himself either then or in the match since. As David Whelan steadies himself for another lengthy kick out. Aiming towards Sheehan, but blocked down by Ross Brown. And Rhys Stringer, but coming away with his own Kearns. Going down to his number 5, Killian Tobin. Ball bounces nicely for Killian into Dennis Coffey. Is he going for his third point? Is he going to pass the ball to Sheehan? Pass it up to Jason Sheehan. Back into. Oh, it's a super goal there by the number 14, McCourtley. On the volley. Fantastic there on the volley. Dennis Coffey passes it into Jason Sheehan. And Jason Sheehan then over to McCourtley. And a super score there by McCourtley. 10 minutes played. A very good goal. And we see it there again now. The ball coming in. Coffey with the ball. He spots Sheehan. Sheehan spots McCourtley. First time it into the back of the net. Fantastic score there by Brendan McCourtley. A well-worked score by Sliabh gCua. Back with the play. Colin Dunford has the ball out to Gavin Whelan. Colligan yet to score from play. Ball goes to Johnny Wall. Johnny trying to make room for himself. Takes a long one. Umpire says, not wide. Third wide for Emmets. So on top at the moment now, definitely Sliabh gCua on top. Out in the field and on the scoreboard. 11 minutes played. 1-3 to 1 point. Dennis Coffey and Jason Sheehan. Right, engineered that goal there, and Brendan McCourtley stuck it first time. And over there you can hear the wind and up. A very, very strong, more than a breeze, I suppose, at this stage. And it is really blowing diagonal, but definitely in towards the town end. Whelan with the kick again. Colin Whelan just fails to hold on to it and goes to Kevin Sheehan. Kevin to Owen Kearns. Owen looking for McCourtley. He didn't catch it. Referee blew, but he didn't catch it. And he's letting the play go on. Just as well that ball went wide there now. The referee blew that he had caught it for this mark, but he hadn't. It fell out of his hands. So another wide there. Wides mounting up for Sliabh gCua. 4 at the moment. 3 for Emmets. Good kick out by John Havens to Adam Dunford. Bypassing the Sliabh gCua big midfielders. Into Ross Brown. Hand pass to Ross. Ross inside the 40-metre line. Finds Johnny Wall on his own. Johnny going to turn on his left-hand side. Across the field to Colin Dunford. And Colin kick with his right leg. He does. Injured or not, he puts it over the bar. From the pass by Johnny Wall, 12 minutes played, 1-3 to 2 points. A badly required score by Emmets. So David Whelan taking his time with the kick out, even though they're playing with the wind. And most of the kick outs seem to be going Kevin Sheehan's direction. And this time he might swap over to Mike Kearns. He does. Kearns gone up for it. No, stopped again. The Colligan lads are wise to it. Stopped there by Charlie Whelan. Ball breaks to Kevin Sheehan. Giving it across to Owen Kearns. Back to Sean Fitzpatrick. Back to their number 4, Lara Tobin. Across to Mike Kearns. Holding possession of Sliabh gCua at the moment. Back to Dara Tobin. Trying to find one of his players. Finds Mike but puts him under pressure. Colligan playing well, trying to dispossess Sliabh gCua. Referee gives a free there for a holding on Owen Kearns. Long ball into McCourtley, a quick one into McCourtley. McCourtley across to Kevin Sheehan. This could be curtains. Oh, what a save by John Havens. Fantastic save by Havens. Learned his football with Dungarvan. A fantastic save there from Kevin Sheehan. From McCourtley. A goal there would have been disastrous for Emmets. Well saved by John Havens. There it is again now. The long ball in. See it. Caught by Sheehan. Over to Sheehan there. Cut McCourtley to Sheehan. Takes the shot. Aim for the corner. Havens. Fantastic save. Out for the 45. Which Owen Kearns is going to take. They're coming to the end of the first quarter, which would be the water stop as well. Kearns takes a high one in, but it's gone wide. Now it's the 5th wide for Sliabh gCua. They won't be happy with that. They're leading 1-3 to 2 points. Should be 2-3. Should even be more, maybe 2-5 or 2-6. Colligan won't be too unhappy. Well, they're 4 points down. Won't be too unhappy, but still they have a quarter of an hour against this strong wind yet to go. Quick kick out there by Havens to Jason Dunford. Jason holding on to the ball. Looking for Colin Dunford, and he found him. Well clear if his man is Colin. Mike Hearn challenging him. Colin keeps it in play. He needs his players to move for him. There's not much movement in the Emmett's team. The referee calls it back for a free. It's a bit far out for Johnny Wall outside the 45 against the wind. It might go short. He does. Shot to his number 8, Ross Brown. Falls to Mark Flynn. Back to Johnny Wall. A chance now to score. Well blocked down there by David Condon. Back to the number 8, Brown. Into Johnny Wall. Johnny with another opportunity to score. And this time he puts it over the bar. One thing about Emmett's, every time that they do score in any game, it gives them great encouragement. And they're never too far off their opponents. As at this stage, 1-3-3, the 16 minutes gone. And in fairness, Sliabh gCua should be 5 or 6 points up at this stage. But no. Dan Booth there is wearing number 6. Yeah, number 8 is Ross Brown. 9, Jason Dunford. If anything, the wind is getting stronger here in the Fraher field. Highlight of the first half there was the goal by Brendan McCourty and then the save from Kevin Sheehan by John Havens. We see the next game takes place out in the Colligan venue at 3:30 between Ballinaccorty and Dungarvan. But Medeligo will be waiting with interest on the result of that one. And tomorrow then is a junior day. Lots of junior matches tomorrow. Another series of them. And at the end of that then, the semi-final should be known in that competition as well. Fane are the dark horses at the moment, going very well. While Shamrocks beat Geraldines during the week in a very good game. Ballyduff beat Old Parish. Referee blown for come back out. We have enough water, lads. David Wheeler having a chat with his midfielder Mike Hearns. Might be about to kick outs. So 1-3 to 3 points. Winner goes to the semi-final and the loser is out for the year. David Whelan to take the kick out to restart the game. Only conceded 1 goal in the championship so far, and that was to Henry Griffin last week. Quick ball there with dispossessed by Johnny Wall. A quick pass to Dylan Tome, possessed by Johnny Wall. Johnny's going to take a shot. He leaves it in low to Colin Dunford. Colin trying to get past his man. He does. He gets past his number 3 and wins the free. Get past the full back there, who's Jack Power, who may pick up a yellow card for this because Colin was in on goal. Looks like it could be a yellow for Jack. I suppose he had no option really, because Colin would be well capable of scoring a goal in that position. If Johnny Wall puts this one over, which he should, Evans will be happy enough. There will be 2 points in arrears, 19 minutes gone, and with the strong wind to come. Bounces the ball on 20-metre line, takes his kick. Not his first point for Emmett, and it won't be his last. 1-3 to 4 points, 19 minutes on the clock. But both goalkeepers have taken maybe the same amount of kick-outs, more or less. Another one by Wheeler now. High one. This time Owen Kearns, centre back, picks it up, trying to make room for himself. Hand passes the ball into Keane Geary. One of Keane's first touches of the ball. Sean Brown stopped him gaining possession. Brown picks up the ball. Very well done. To Jason Dunford. Back to Colin Dunford. Into Johnny Wall. Johnny to Mark Flynn. Flynn to Reece Stringer. Loose inside. It's Charlie Whelan, but the pass from Stringer goes that little bit too far beyond him. Good move by Colligan. Gavin Whelan the ball back to Jason Dunford. Jason turns his man lovely and takes his shot and he puts it over the bar. Very good score there by Jason Dunford. He turned his man lovely, just turned himself around and put it over. So 1-3 to 5 points, 21 minutes played. Very good move there by Emmets. At this stage now, Sliabh gCua won't be too happy with themselves. Just a point in front after missing a goal and 2 or 3 points. They have 5 wides to Emmett's 3. Wheeling with the kick out again. Emmets are trying to come to terms with this kick out tactic by Sliabh gCua, and they're doing better now in the last few minutes. Blocking the ball down, stopping Kearns and Sheehan getting possession. A high one again, up again high. This time it's Kearns who blocks it down to Dara Tobin, but the referee says free for Emmets. A quick ball in again there. Charlie has it this time. Charlie Whelan. Dara Tobin coming out to meet him. Doesn't take kick with his left leg to Johnny Wall. Johnny trying to get through with his left leg. Definitely held there. Ball out to Jason Dunford. Jason back out to Colin Dunford. Takes his shot. Comes up back off the crossbar. Back off the upright. Which he highly run in to try and get it, but full back Jack Power does well. Comes away with it. A high one by Jack down the field. Looking for Dennis Coffey, but no, comes to Jason Sheehan. Jason a high one in as well, looking for McCourtney. Well stopped there by Sean Brown. Sean Brown doing very well to Dan Booth. Dan Booth to Gavin Whelan. Now Emmets are really coming into the game at this stage. Around the centre of the field. Back to the number 8 again, Dan Booth. A low ball in with John Flynn, just doesn't get out to it. And in the process, he fouls Dara Tobin, so a free out to Sliabh gCua. You'd imagine now with the win, Sliabh gCua would be working the ball a bit faster, but no. Tobin coming out with it. Or is it? No, it's Sean Fitzpatrick, number 21. Sean Fitzpatrick making a lot of ground. Out to McCourtney. McCourtney in looking for Jason Sheehan. Finds him. Jason looking for room to take a kick. He looks for the free and he gets the free. A free for Sliabh gCua. The referee is bringing it in a little bit further. The little black book is coming out again, I think. Is it a tick or a card? Number 4. Adam Dunford. It's a tick. A ticking off. Jason Sheehan now at the free. When capable of scoring from this distance. Umpires agree. So Jason Sheehan free makes it 1-4 to 5 points in favour of Sliabh gCua. 23 minutes played. And that's including the water break. Sean Havens getting ready to take the kick. A short one. Comes to number 8, Ross Brown. Ross to Colin. Dan Booth looking for it, but all goes back to Ross and back to Colin. Colin making a good bit of ground there. Just drops the ball. Back to Brown again. Johnny Wall getting himself ready for the kick. It's high but doesn't go far. Stopped by Owen Kearns. Kearns out to Kevin Sheehan. Kevin has his number 5 Killian Tobin here to pass to, which he does. Gavin Whelan coming out to tackle him. Tobin the ball back to Sheehan. Sheehan sees the hand up from Brendan McCourtney, passes to him. He gets possession ahead of John Nick Fennell, making room for himself to go for a score, making a lot of room. Back to number 5, Killian Tobin. Dennis Coffey worms his way through the defence there. Back out to Sheehan. Could be something on here. Back to Geary, but no, the ball goes astray for the pass. And it's well stopped up there by Charlie Whelan back in defence. Great work by Whelan. A long ways back into defence. And is it Mark Flynn who breaks away there on the far side? Back into Colin again. Colin seems to be coming into the game a bit more as he warms up. Free for Colin. Back to his number 8. Ross Brown. Another free. When Colligan run at the Sliabh gCua defence, are causing trouble. Oh, we have a player down. Looks like Ross Brown is down. Basically, it's a goal separating the sides at the moment. And that goal was one of the best ones here in the field with a while. From McCourty. There's Ross Brown being attended to. So number 16 is warming up just in case Ross has to come off. They've seen Fraher. Played very well last Sunday against McCourty. Doing his warm up. Could be a sub going at this stage. If Ross Brown has to go off here to be a huge loss. Looks like he is. Or is he? Just making his way back. We're not sure yet if he's going off or not, but he's definitely not feeling 100%. Low ball by John Wall. Ball goes wide. Fourth wide for Emmets. Oh, Ross is trying to run it off. So substitution is not made. David Whelan again with the kick out. Another high one by Whelan out towards the centre of the field. Up for goes Kevin Sheehan. Jack Sheehan almost catches it. But one of the Colligan players got looked like an accidental clash there. But the referee is given a free and he's bringing the ball forward for Emmets. But the Colligan player is still down. The Emmets player is still down. He's up Richie Kiley. Fair play to him. We sent a lot of tickets for Emmets this morning out of the Pike. Doing his bit for the club. And now he's doing his bit for the club on the field. Ball back to Dan Booth. Centre back Dan. Into Mark Flynn. This is Colligan at their dangerous when they pass the ball and run at their opposition. Ross Brown recovered. Back to Colin Dunford. Colin looking for a player. He finds Mark Flynn. Mark over to Charlie Whelan. Charlie making nice room for himself there. It just goes wide. Unlucky there for a Charlie. It was well manoeuvred move by Colligan. Fitness is never in question, but no, that one goes wide. So we have Emmets on 5 wides now as well. Tw 28 minutes on the clock, including the water break. If the score stays like this, Emmets won't be too unhappy. 145 points. High kick there by David Whelan. Up goes Sheehan. Tries to get blocked down again by Colligan opponent. Jack Sheehan come away with the ball, ends up with Kevin Sheehan. And when Kearns goes to pick it up. Possession here now is fairly vital because the next score here before half time could mean a lot. Ball back to number 4. Dylan McCarthy. Back into young David Condon. Trying to make room for himself. Henstown picks up the ball, gets away from Gavin Whelan. Trying to cut through the centre, and he does well. But passes the ball to Sean Brown. One of the best players for Colligan at the moment in defence is definitely Sean Brown. That's his 3rd time now he's cleared a serious situation. Johnny Wall down the corner to Mark Flynn. Inside, Mark can't see, but inside there's a loose man in Charlie Whelan. Ball should be brought in. There's a Jerry Quillen says alongside us the ball should be brought in, but no, the referee's not in the mood for that. Johnny Wall looking for some of his players to make a move. John Flynn does it. Tries to get the ball up, and Jack Power dispossesses. Mark Flynn has it again, back to Johnny Wall, over to Richie Kiley. Richie back to Colin Dunford. Colin holds on to it, but fouled there by Owen Kearns. So another free into Emmets, even though they're playing against the win. They have 10 frees already. Johnny Wall plays it back to Dan Booth. Free stringer on the far side. Calling for it. Colin Dunford inside Dan. It's Colligan at it again. Loose man side is Mark Flynn. Is Colin going to take the kick himself? Out to Gavin Whelan. Colligan are very good at this. Holding possession. Mark Flynn with the kick. Puts it over the bar. A very good score. And a very well worked score by Mark Flynn. So we have 1-4 to 6 points. So there's only 1 point of difference. 30 minutes on the clock. Emmets are only 1 point behind. 1-4 to 6 points. Who knows, this game may go to extra time, may go to penalties. But at the moment, it's a pint of difference. David Whelan yet again with the kick out. Emmets will be trying once again now to stop a clean catch in the centre of the field. High one comes out, up for it goes. Charlie prevents that, but the ball falls to David Condon. David to Mike Kearns. I'll come past Charlie Whelan. He kicks with his left leg. Over to the corner. Well cut there by Courtney. I've seen this before. Again by the same referee. McCourtney didn't kick the ball. So the referee said he overstepped it, even though he didn't move. So Emmets get the free. And they get another free. So seemingly if you make a mark, you have to kick it straight away or it's going to go against you. And Reestringer going through the centre. Number 12, he has plenty of options. Passes out to Ross Brown. Ross Brown spots Gavin Whelan. Gavin in a bit of room. And he turned to get a kick. Back to Colin Dunford. Colin with his left leg. Left or right, he can score. This time he does it with his left. That's another score there by Emmets. A second score for Colin Dunford. So that makes it 1-4 to 7 points. 32 minutes on the clock, and the sides are level. Level for the second time. So the Emmets club will be the happier as they go in at half time if this stays the same. If you get a chance to look at the flag on the far side, or the national flag, you'll see how strong the wind is. A lower one this time by David Whelan, caught by Kevin Sheehan. Long ball in by Kevin. They have two different styles of play really. The Emmets go short and fast, and Sliabh gCua go long and slow. And they've won a free. There's a chance for Emmets just inside the 45-metre line. There's a chance for Sliabh gCua to go back into the lead. Taking this one is Jason Sheehan. Taking it out of the hand. Good opportunity here now, probably the last play of the game. Sliabh gCua looking for an 8 point. Wide again. Sliabh gCua won't be happy with the return in front of the post today. A goal and 5 points at least. Gone astray. John Havens take the kick. Shot went to Gavin Whelan. Followed by David Condon. Dispossessed by David Condon. And pulled down there by Gavin Whelan. Well, one referee to another. Is he going to book him? He brings him out. What's Gavin saying? I don't know the rule or what. We'll see what happens here. Could be a black one. Paddy doing a lot of writing. Yellow one. Gavin gets away with a yellow card. Another chance here now for Jason Sheehan. We're into the 34th minute. Another chance for Jason Sheehan. Push Sliabh gCua in front. It's a high one this time. And it's gone wide again. Well, if Sliabh gCua go on to lose this game, they only have themselves to blame. Because their accuracy in front of the post is not to the required standard. Long kick out there by John Havens. Kicks it over the sideline. And we're going to half time here in the Fraher Field. In the Radley Engineering winner-take-all game. Score at half-time, Sliabh gCua 1-4. Emmett 7 points. Back here in the Fraher Field now for the second half of the Radley Engineering Western Intermediate Football Championship local derby between the Emmets and Sliabh gCua. Colligan against Tornina. This time Emmets will have the advantage of the breeze, the strong breeze, blowing into the corner end. Behind the scoreboard there, the national flag is blowing very strongly. Two tall Sliabh gCua midfielders back out to the middle of the field. Ross Brown there as well. Jason Dunford. Sides are level, as they were at the very beginning. 7 points to 1-4. Paddy Smith making sure all the players are behind the 20-metre line, or sorry, the 40-metre line. Good fielding there by Kevin Sheehan. In the match against Balnamila, Sliabh gCua started very strong. Now, Jason Sheehan onto the ball there as long as the player did at the other end of the field, McCourtney. Colligan coming away with it. Calvin Whelan bends down to pick it up. Mark Flynn calling for it. It looks at this stage that the Emmets are a fitter side than Sliabh gCua. A lot more room in the field. Back to Gavin Whelan. Gavin turns his man. Ball into Colin Dunford. Colin holding on to it. Referee says play on, but he gives him the free. Free for Emmets. Oh, Johnny Wall coming out to make this one. It was a short one to Johnny. The referee says he holds on to it too long. And free out for Sliabh gCua. Ball over to the corner to Sean Fitzpatrick. Came on early for JJ Coffey. JJ had to go off. Sliabh gCua now coming out with the ball. Making great strides there around the centre of the field. Out to Dylan Tobin. That was Dylan McCarthy. Ball to Jason Sheehan. Quick ball in. We have a sub on at half time, it looks like, number 19. There is Tygo Gorman. Free in for Sliabh gCua, says referee Paddy Smith. Tygo Gorman is definitely gone in there. Quick ball across to Dennis Coffey. Dennis trying to make room for himself. Takes his shot. Doesn't need much room. Yes, umpire says it's over the bar. 32 minutes played. The lead again there for Sliabh gCua. 8 points. Sorry, 1-5 to 7 points. The game last Tuesday night now again against Balnamila. We had a quick start to the second half by Sliabh gCua. They seem to be going that way again today. Ball goes back to Mike Kearns. Kearns into Kevin Sheehan. Ross Brown going out to try and meet him. Kevin makes room for himself. Quick ball into Dennis Coffey. No free there. Agree with the referee. Ball worked out by Adam Dunford. Out to Ross Brown. To Gavin Whelan. Gavin making ground on the far side. Looking for Colin Dunford. Finds him. There's loose Colligan men around the place. Back into Charlie Whelan. This is Emmets at their best when they're moving the ball freely like this. Gavin Whelan left leg across to Richie Kiley. Richie coming close to the post. Might take a shot from there. Makes an effort and the referee says no, it's wide. Wide there by Richie Kiley. So score remains 1-5 to 7 points. David Whelan ready to take the kick out. He's on the 20-metre line. Little to separate these teams really now. We need a goal from McCourtney in the first half. Ball drops shot there, picked up by Owen Kearns. Owen fouled. Referee is blowing the whistle a lot. Charlie Whelan, yes, looks like Charlie could be going into the book. 34 minutes played. A high tackle there on Owen. In fairness to Charlie, he's playing a great game overall. He's here, there and everywhere around the field. Quick ball by Kearns to Kevin Sheehan. Kevin taking on Charlie there. Ball goes up McCourty. Well stopped by Charlie Whelan. Intercepted there, the ball going to Kevin Sheehan. Who's in on goal. Dan Booth has it now. Dan looking for an options. He's going himself. Up the near side here, and he fouled. Good bit of play there now by Dan Booth, and he'll do his confidence very good. Where is Dennis Coffey is now being called over by Paddy Smith, so it looks like we're going to have a Sliabh gCua player go into the book. Is Dennis, he's 2 points already. Another yellow flash there by Paddy Smith, the referee from the Shamrocks. Dan Booth takes a quick ball. Colin Dufford tries to catch it, but Owen Kearns comes away with it. Down to Mike Kearns. McCourty is free on this side. Kevin Sheehan is free in the middle. There's something going to come out of this surely. Sheehan tried to went through. He's taken down, and but he's outside. Yeah, he's outside the penalty area there, and there's going to be another yellow going in. Adam Dunford. I know, is Adam on a yellow already, or is he? We'll soon find out. A lot of yellows being flashed. Black card. A black card, that one is. Don't discuss exactly what's a black card and what's not a black card, but Adam looks to have picked up one there now, so Colligan will need to get a. Oh no, it's 10 minutes, isn't it? Yeah. 10 minutes, a man down. 36 minutes gone. So for 10 minutes, Emmets will be without our number 4, Adam Dunford. The referee has brought the ball in front of the goal. Jason Sheehan takes it, puts it over the bar. So like in the game against Ballymena during the week, we have Sliabh gCua got into a 2-point lead, 167 points. But the score there by Jason Sheehan. John Havens with the kick. A long one. Looking for Charlie Whelan. Picked up by Ian Fraher. Ian Fraher across to Jason Dunford. Ian on the second half as well. Jason hold on to the ball. Oh, good pass across to Ian Fraher. Ian back to Colin Dunford. Colin over to Mark Flynn. Mark Flynn with the kick. And a great score. A great score by Mark Flynn. This is Emmets at their best, the style of play that they produce. Oh, we have 1-6 to 8 points. It's back to a point. 37 minutes played. David Whelan with the kick out. Adam Dunford coming up here for his rest for 10 minutes. So the question to be asked is, can Sliabh gCua make use of the extra man? Great catch there from the kick out was by Charlie Whelan again. Jason Dunford in possession. Cross to Ian Fraher. Johnny Wall spots the ball there in the corner. But no, well stopped, well intercepted there by Killian Tobin. Being marked by Rhys Stringer. No Sliabh gCua coming through with it. They lose the ball, Rhys Stringer. In possession across to Colin Dunford. Colin across to Ricky Hiley. No, that's too far. Just too far beyond them there for Richie. Sliabh gCua coming away with it. Down the middle of the field. Great run by their number 4, Dylan McCarthy. Dylan doing very well. Ball to Jason Sheehan. Oh, a quick one across from Jason to brother Kevin, and Kevin takes the shot. Yes. The umpire says it's over the bar there by Kevin Sheehan. 1-7 to 8 points, 38 minutes played. We have Owen Kearns now ninja just inside his own 45-metre line, so there'll be a little delay there in the play. Sliabh gCua will be happy enough to be able to start to the second half. I see they're playing against the wind, but they're leading by 2 points. 1-7 to 8. Colligan have yet to make full use of the wind at their backs. With a sub on for either team at half time. Tygo Gorman come on there for Sliabh gCua. And on the other end of the field, Ian Frahar is on for Colligan. That's Brown holding onto the ball. Colligan trying to work it out of defence. Colin Dunford fouled by Jason Sheehan back in his own defence. Free for Emmets. Jason Dunford with the ball across to Gavin Whelan. There's plenty of room. He had plenty of room for himself there. Gavin turns in the ways. Across to Dan Booth. Dan foul there. The referee is taking no nonsense. Is the book coming out? It looks like the book is coming out again. So free for Emmets. Johnny Wall throwing the grass in the air. We'll see what way is the wind actually blowing. It looks to be a little bit diagonal. Chance to bring it back to a point. Johnny takes his kick. It goes well wide. Unfortunate wide there now for Johnny Wall from a free. And that leaves it. Sliabh gCua 1-7, Emmets 8 points, 40 minutes played. Ian Frahar is operating there in corner forward. Came on for John Flynn at half time. Tygo Gorman looks like he came on for Keane Geary. Also at half time. Good kick out there by David Whelan, but fielded this time by Colligan. Across to Frahar. Frahar to Ross Brown. Intercepted there. And Kevin Sheehan kicks a really high one down towards his brother Jason. Breaks to Mike Kearns. Across to Brendan McCourtney. He sees Kevin Sheehan as a free man inside. Is the goal must come out to this one. Popping. Ass. Oh, what's the referee doing? Is he giving it? Looks like he's giving it. But it looked like a legitimate goal from here anyway. The bounce just caught the goalkeeper and Kevin Sheehan was the taller man. And he fisted it into the field. He fisted it into the goal. Here we have it again. Watch this. High kick in. Kevin going up for it. Running in. So he couldn't have been in the square. Running in. And too tall for the goalkeeper. And finished it to the net. So now we have a scoreline of Sliabh gCua 2-7 and Emmets 8 points. 5 points difference. 42 minutes played. Great combination work there between McCourtney and Kevin Sheehan. The way Kevin can make the runs, he's well able to make the runs to get himself free. So a big task now for Emmets to get back into this game. Dan Booth coming through with the ball, looking for someone to pass to. Was to Ian Frahar. Frahar back to Dunford. Dunford across the field to Rhys Stringer. Plenty Sliabh gCua defenders back there. Their work rate is very good in the second half. Rhys takes a shot. Goes wide, yes, wide of the post. No score there for Emmets. They have 3 wides in the second half. So they have it all to do. Sliabh gCua 2-7, Emmets 8 points. Adam Dunford waiting to come back in. He still has about 3 minutes to wait before he gets back in. Well, they're not down a man in defence, they're down a man in the forwards, even though Adam is playing in the backs. Good high ball again in the traditional style from David Whelan. Caught by Kevin Sheehan. His confidence is up now after that last goal. Kicks across the field towards Tygo Gorman. Sean Brown watching him. Ball goes out wide. Brown takes the kick. Linesman says no, inside the white line. Players just aren't getting to terms with this rule. You must be outside the white line when you're taking a sideline kick. Throw in ball. Kevin Sheehan going in for it. And Dan Booth, Kevin the taller man. And he catches it and feels it. He has it. Heading towards goal. Definitely fouled. Referee says no. Chance for Emmets now. to make best use of that decision. Back to Dan Boot, then up the far side by the McDonald sign, making great ground up the wing there, dummying one or two players in towards the centre. As it across to Ross Brown, being stopped by Owen Kearns, holding on to the ball, still has it. Is Ross trying to make an entrance for himself there, which he is. Hits it across the goal. There is Ian Frahar. Can Ian find the net? Which is a score that would be badly needed by Emmets, but no. Sliabh gCua defence, hold firm. Sean Fitzpatrick coming out with the ball. On the side here near us, on the stand side. Across into his number 5, Killian Tobin. To Dennis Coffey, but Dennis's delivery there just goes straight into the hands of Dan Boot. Mark Flynn picks it up in the far side. Back to Ross Brown. Definitely fouled. Referee is running over. And I have a little chat. He's calling someone aside. Looks like it's the Sliabh gCua full back. It is. The Sliabh gCua full back. Adam Dunford is on his way in. 45, yes. Just about the 10 minutes nearly up. As Jack picks up a yellow card. Jack power for Sliabh gCua. Adam Dunford waiting to go in. The linesman has his flag up. Adam comes back off again. Must the ball be out of play before he can go in? Free here for Emmets. Badly need a score. Looks good. Fantastic score there by Ross Brown from free. Up the right leg. 2-7-9. 4 points of a difference. And we'll come to it. That's the water break. It's the 2-7-9. Once again, we'd like to thank Cian O'Halloran and Sarah McCoy for the stream. So nobody at the match here at all, really, about 7 or 8 people underneath us. So it's great for everybody at home or on the YouTube to see it. Also a win for Galtier in Division 1 minor county final. It's at 2-13 to 3-4. Is that in the Camogie, is it? Minor Division 1, minor football. In the Camogie, we had a win for Bricky Rangers in the junior final against Abbeyside. And the other matches just finished now. Dungarvan against Onryan and a win for Dungarvan. So you have 2 local wins. A win for Brickies in the junior C, the junior, yeah. A win for Dungarvan in the intermediate. And a win for Galtier in minor football by 2-13 to 3-4 against Rathcormac. 2 strong football clubs below there, strongholds below in the east. So there are results so far today. Very busy time on the GA scene at the moment. Plenty of games again tomorrow. 3 senior games, 2 intermediate games today, junior games again tomorrow. Oh, it's the last chance for a Colligan now to stay in the championship. We have about 2 minutes of a water stop gone. 12 minutes to go plus the water and any added time. 4 pints in arrears. Sliabh gCua 2-7. Emmets 9 pints. Yeah. Adam Dunford still waiting to get back onto the field. The white flag is up, but the referee isn't seeing anything. There should be an easier way of doing all this, one would imagine, especially after the water break. It's called on, yes. Called on at long last. So Adam goes back on the back. John Nick Fellon's back into as well in the full line. Sean Brown, a great game for Emmets today. David Whelan to start the game this time. 49 minutes on the clock, so there should be a fair bit of added time. Whelan with the kick. Another high one. Aiming for Kevin Sheehan. Kevin catches it, but is robbed by Charlie Whelan. His best game for Emmets. Johnny Wall kicks the ball across the highway over to the corner. Towards Reece Stringer. Back to Colin Dunford. Ball that looks like Mark Flynn. It's going wide of the post. So there's a fourth wide in the second half there for Emmets. 2-7 to 9 points. The score remains. David Whelan won't be in any rush now with the kickouts from now on as they're holding a 4-point lead. Game's gone fairly dead at the moment. Belly need a Colligan comeback. A few scores here. Whelan waiting for the ball to fall off so he can take it again. No. Delivered there to a shot one. This time delivered to Sean Fitzpatrick. Sean passing 2 men. One through the centre of the field. Out to Mike Kearns. Kearns dummies his man Jason Dunford to Kevin Sheehan. High one by Kevin into the corner. McCourtney has it in the corner. Passes his man. Passes John Nick Fennell. Into Sheehan again, who keeps running. Takes his shot. Well stopped by John Havens. Well blocked there by, is it Sean Wall? Well, the second save there by Havens. Very good. But you must admire Kevin Sheehan, the runs he make. Ball to McCourtney, and then he keeps on running. McCourtney knows he'll be there in. So that was a definite goal chance for Sliabh gCua, which would have killed this game off. Free there for Johnny Wall, trying to keep the ball going. Referee bringing the ball forward because the Sliabh gCua player won't get out of the way. So another great save there by Havens. This time from Kevin Sheehan, and Sean Brown clears. 51 minutes on the clock. It's a chance now to bring it back to 3 points. One thing about this Colligan side, they have spirit. They'll fight away and to get anywhere close. They'll be a dangerous animal. Johnny Wall puts it over the bar. 51 minutes played. So 2-7 to 10 points. Here's the shot again by a great save there by Havens, and well taken out of the air by Sean Brown and fouled. So you saw that in the replay there. I say Emmets have more scores, they have 10 scores, but the vital scores are the 2 goals by McCourtney and by Kevin Sheehan. 2-7 to 10. Now, we're back in the melting pot. Good catch by Sheehan. Certainly his presence on the field is always very important for the Tornina side. Ball to Kearns, on Kearns. He has an option on his left. And he does, he give it to his number 4, Dylan McCarthy. Dylan back to Kearns. Kearns holding onto the ball to take a shot himself. I know Dan Booth just kind of put him off there at the right time. But the ball is still in play. It looks like it's still in play. It is, yes, number 5 have it there. That's Killian Tobin. Holds on to get into Dennis Coffey. Good ball for Dennis. Dennis tries to make room for himself. Referee gives a free out. So Dennis should do the Oscar on it. So, free out for him. It's a quick one. To Ross Brown. And it's Charlie Whelan on this side, shouting for the ball, making great room up the side. Back to Dan Booth. Dan into Ian Fraher. He's playing very well in this year's championship too, it must be said. Back to Reece Stringer. To Ross Brown. Over to Jason Dunford. Down for a good ball across, spots Gavin Whelan free. Oh no, Tygo Gorman intercepts. And wins the free out. Gavin will have to be careful, he's on a yellow card. Ball out to David Condon. Back to Kevin Sheehan, good low ball. In for McCourtney, very good. Into Dennis Coffey, the right men are getting at the moment. Dennis Coffey heading towards goal. Is he going to take any shot? Yes, in the back of the net. No stopping it on that occasion. So it's definitely seems like it's going to be a case of goals winning games. 44 minutes played, 3-7 to 10 points. Great move by the key players on the Sliabh gCua team. Kevin Sheehan, Brendan McCourtney and Dennis Coffey. Sheehan going through again now. They really turned the screw at this stage now, is that, and he's going for his point, is Kevin Sheehan. And it goes over the bar. 54, plenty of time to go. There's 6 minutes of normal time, plus there'll probably be another 4 or 5 minutes. But it's 3-8 to 10 points. It's a 7-point lead all of a sudden. Here it is, here's the goal now. Dennis Coffey makes a great run the whole way through, holds onto the ball, passes his man and buries it. There's no stopping that one. Dan Booth coming up the field, trying to make some retribution there for Emmets. Across the Fraher, into Gavin Whelan. Gavin takes his shot off the left-hand side, and umpires say, point for Colligan. 3-8 to 11. Down to 6. Number 17 is going in for Colligan, and that's Stephen McGrath. Stephen McGrath is going in. Richie Kiley is coming off. Stephen McGrath, Richie Kiley. 56 minutes played. High ball out by Whelan again. Still 6 points of difference. Is a big score in football, a good lead in football. Charlie Whelan caught that one well, but then left to run ahead of him. Picked up by Owen Kearns. Owen Kearns across to O'Gorman. O'Gorman down the corner here, down the side to Jason Sheehan, followed by Sean Brown. Jason trying to get on, wins it. And the referee said he pulled it off him, and he's bringing in for objecting to it. He's bringing the ball in, which will be easier to score. 56 minutes on the clock. Sliabh gCua 3-8. Colligan Emmets 11 points. 6 points difference. Looks like Sliabh gCua's name will be going into the hat for the semi-finals. Jason Sheehan points the resulting free. So 3-9 to 11. Sub gun in there, number 22. Heading in there, the Skerrod Hallinan. Your road is heading in for number 5. Killian Tobin. Sliabh gCua, that's the 57 minutes played. Ballynamila will be the top team in this group anyway, one way or another. And Sliabh gCua, if they hold on to win, will meet the winners of the other section, which at the moment could be any one of the 3 teams, Medelico, Ballynacourty or Dungarvan. Ball across to Colin Dunford. Spots Gavin Whelan loose. Gavin takes another shot with the left leg and puts it over the bar. The second point for Gavin Whelan. So 3-9 to 12. We're back to 6 points, 18 points to 12. Back to a 6-point game. Time is moving on though, 58 minutes on the clock with whatever goes with it. So really, a goal, a major score is required by the Emmets if they are to make any difference at the end of this game. Whelan with the kick out again, with a high one. Out towards the 65. Ball breaks down there, and who picks it up? It looks like it's either Ross Brown or Dan Booth. Free for Colligan, Jason Dunford. Quick one. Ball's out to Colin Dunford. Colin's going to take his shot. No, puts it across to Mark Flynn. Mark making room for himself. He takes his kick. Well, this time the umpire says it's wide ball. Another wide for Emmets in the second half. Too much, really, too many wides. The linesman is going out to ask how much extra time. What's interesting about this game is that the the three key players for Sliabh gCua all scored the goals. Brendan McCourtney, Kevin Sheehan and Dennis Coffey. The referee comes over to the linesman. We'll see how many fingers he'll put up. Bad kick out there by David Whelan, nearly came to Johnny Wall. But Tonina come away with it again. David Condon, a young player playing very well. Down below to Tiger Gorman, who has done well since he came on at half time. Ball kicked by Stephen McGrath. Pulled back there by number 4, Dylan McCarthy. Owen Kearns throws the ball into the stand. The referee gives the free to Sliabh gCua after they're fouled. Unfortunately, there's nobody in the stand to give the ball back, so we'll have to get a new ball. Kearns takes the kick. Back to McCarthy. Good kick off the left leg there by Condon. Down towards Jason Sheehan. Wins possession. A high one across. As high as you want. McCourtney going for it, and John Nick Fennell. Where Gorman, yes, Gorman is coming of age in this game, definitely. Yeah, he showed that he has something to offer this team, playing very well. McCourtney has the ball again. Number 20, Dara Tobin, is up there, looking for a slice of the action and maybe a score. Back to McCourtney, holding on to possession here now. They're in the 61st minute. The referee hasn't indicated how much time is played. Dennis Coffey passes to Sheehan. Jason Sheehan, back to Coffey again. Coffey with the right leg, takes the kick. Beautiful point. A beautiful curling point there by Dennis Coffey, which now makes the score 3-10 to 12. And the referee is calling over Jason Sheehan there. He's flashing the yellow card. Jason gives the referee a tap in the back. And he says that's okay this time. A yellow for Jason. Low ball down towards Stephen McGrath. Definitely fouled David Condon there. The referee says play on. Ball goes to Mark Flynn. Mark into the corner to Colin Dunford. Colin across to Reece Stringer. Reece holds on. Oh, very good dummy there by Reece. Hits it low. And blocked there by Sliabh gCua defenders. Not a leg block, said the referee. Too high for a leg block. Goes out for the 45. Very well done there by Reece Stringer. The way he dummied his man. But the shot then was just blocked by Sliabh gCua defender. So 3-10 to 12 points is a big deficit. Here it is again. String with the ball. There's his turn. There's the kick. And blocked away. Out for the 45. Referee's in for the chat just in case. So we're in the 62nd minute. It looks at this stage at the Sliabh gCua will be in the semi-final. Johnny Wall drops it in this time. No need for a point. Well blocked there. Well stopped there by Charlie Whelan. Back out to Gavin Whelan. Picks it up. Looking for someone to play it to. Sean Brown takes a kick. And the referee says yes. Sean, he says if his brother Ross can do it, I can do it. So a point there for Sean. We're in the 63rd minute. It won't make much difference. It just brings the game back to 6 points. 3-10 to 13. Both teams have scored 13 points. But the 3 goals by Sliabh gCua is the winning of the game. Could have been 4 goals, but for a brilliant save in the first half by John Havens. Whereas David Whelan has not been tested between the post. And that's a huge difference between the teams. Charlie Whelan gains possession to Ian Fraher. Good defending there by Sean Fitzpatrick. Ball goes over the sideline. Sideline to Emmets. Quick one called by Ross Brown and given to him. Across the front of the goal. 2 big men in there, should be won by Sliabh gCua, but it falls to Dan Booth. Dan Booth across to Johnny Wall. Johnny Wall takes a shot, but well stopped there by Owen Kearns, well blocked by Owen Kearns, was heading goalwards. Another ball in by Johnny Wall. Time it comes to Adam Dunford. Adam back out. Looks like this Ross Brown trying to make room for himself. Sliabh gCua defence, holding firm. Back out to Dunford again. Sliabh gCua defence getting plenty of practice for the next match. Here in defence. Ball comes across to Mark Flynn. Mark Flynn takes the kick over the bar. Point for Mark Flynn. Last 2 scores here by Colligan. So that's the point by Mark Flynn. 3-10 to 14 points. Is the referee calling for the ball? Looks like he was going in there calling for the ball. So it's a 5-point difference. David Wheeler with the kick out. We're in the 65th minute. The game goes on. Good catch by Mike Kearns. Kicks it straight into the forward line. Jason Sheehan and Sean Brown battling for it. Reece Stringer picks it up. Brown takes the free. Quick one. Across to his brother, Ross. Ross with the Stephen McGrath. Back to Ross Brown again. Into the corner. Looking for Colin Dunford. He finds him. Colin turns his man. Trying to make his way in. Wins a free, says the referee. There's 65 minutes and a yellow card. Another yellow card being flashed there by the referee. So this one surely will be dropped in again. But Sliabh gCua have their big men back on the post. As we said, this is a winner-take-all situation. High ball in, front of the goal, could go anywhere. Batted out by Sliabh gCua. Referee going to blow. It's all over. Yes, it is. And the winners are the Tonina Club, Sliabh gCua. They're into the semi-final of the 2020 Western Intermediate Football Championship. 66 minutes have been played in the game. Final score, Sliabh gCua 3-10, Emmets 14 points. The key scores were first half goal by Brendan McCourtney and scores then by Kevin Sheehan and by Dennis Coffey, and that finished off the game. And the next game to be played will be out in Colligan, and that's between Ballinaccorty and Dungarvan at 3:30. Back to the studio.